What's up, everybody? My name is Parker Andrus. I am coming to you from Tokyo, Japan, and I am the VP of Global Operations at TELE-NET. I am joined by Silver Cepeda, our Chief Sales Officer, located in Cebu, in the Philippines. We work for a company called TELE-NET, which is an outsourcing company with hospitality and high-quality customer service at the forefront of everything we do. We are a Japanese company that has been around for 30 years, and we have started this webinar to talk about not only our company, but the industry that we work in. That's the BPO, or business process outsourcing industry. And we want to discuss and answer a few common questions about the industry in general and how we serve our clients and help them take their business to the next step and grow their business. So for the next few weeks, we're going to discuss those topics and strive to give you as many insights that you have and answer as many questions that you have surrounding outsourcing a part of your business. But let's start at the very beginning. BPO, I wouldn't say is too well known as far as what exactly that means. So let's define that out a little bit, Silver. Would you mind enlightening all of us with what exactly the BPO industry is?
Yeah, that's funny because this was asked by my daughter a couple of months back. Their teacher wanted to let them present as to what your or your father's job, or what does he do?
Yeah,
Well, it was a lot of back and forth, but I was able to simplify it, and
that's good.
challenging for a 14-year-old to understand what it is. Well, this will help me define it. Now, in order for me to answer that question, let me take you back to how Cebu TELE-NET started. And simply, it's because our Japanese clients were looking to engage us in English services. And 8 years ago, uh, the Philippines and India was blowing up as the outsourcing destination for the world. And since the Philippines is still the best when it comes to voice services, our founder, Miguro Kaicho, started operations here in Cebu. So, what is the industry about? Well, the simplest form of explanation there is, how do I put this? Uh, Having some part of your business key process handled by a site partner like us here in TELE-NET that either can do it better, comparable, at a relatively low cost. So jobs like customer service, technical support, data encoding, etc., is something that you can let a site partner handle. At that time, 8 years ago, we answered that need, and that's why we're still here in Cebu and have been doing this for the past years. And that is what we do best.
Awesome. Thanks, Silver. I think that's a great explanation. I hope all of our listeners have a much better understanding about what exactly we do in the industry that we are so heavily involved in. A lot of companies, when they think about outsourcing, uh, that's usually the more common term that's used when they think about outsourcing itself, whether it be from their own experience in calling into a call center line, or hearing through the grapevine about outsourcing. They have a lot of concerns. They have a lot of hesitations,
Mhm.
and we want to try and clear up a number of those, if not all of those, through this webinar. But let's start with this one. Who uses outsourcing? Who uses BPO?
Everyone partners. But before I generalize everything, let me categorize that. Our current clients here, or right now, is partnering with us in services like, in jobs like customer service, as I mentioned, data entry, technical support, reservation, and dispatch. Now, if you look into the similarity between between these jobs, they require that it can be done online, and the tools
Mhm.
used to perform these tasks are online or can be accessed in the Philippines or any part of the world. Of course, following security protocols. If you're an organization with functions that I mentioned above, like customer service, technical support, then you can outsource those services to us. But the second point that I mentioned has to be something that is non-negotiable. The task should can be performed, or we should have access to it. But Parker, in this day and age, everything can be done online.
Yeah.
Everything is on the cloud. And our IT team can actually help those prospect clients that if they haven't done so. And that is, part of our services, part of our free
Hmm.
services.
Wonderful. Very, very good. Yeah, I think that's phenomenal. And I know, especially being in the industry now, I'm a lot more cognizant, a lot more um, mindful of when I call into a customer service line, and it's fairly easy for me to tell if this company is outsourcing their customer service or not. But major hotel chains, all of the major airlines, major retailers, you name it, they're
Huh.
outsourcing some part of their business. And so we all likely have experience with outsourcing. We may or may not know it though. So I think
Yeah.
that's a great answer.
Well, let me
Um,
tell you this. Let me tell you this, Parker. There's a place here in Cebu where I am, where
hmm,
all the major banks, internet services, and telco companies are situated. So it's
there
like
you go.
America at night.
There you go. Very good. Let's address another concern that a lot of people tend to have when it comes to outsourcing. Of course, people have very personal, very sentimental feelings toward their business. They want to make sure that they're maintaining control. And so their hesitation surrounding outsourcing really comes to they feel like they're going to lose that control. Um, so let's focus in on that for a little bit. Number one, is that the case? And if not, Silver, what does TELE-NET do to ensure that their clients maintain that feeling of being in control?
Oh, I love this question. This is normally asked in any of my talking to prospect client. Uh, think about this. When you're growing, there's always a need to put up a branch somewhere. Consider that as us. When it comes to control, we give our clients exactly that. It is their business anyways. How, you might ask? It starts with the selection of their agent. If they want to, we can get them involved. After our rigorous recruitment process, we would let them do the final interview. They pick their agents and we hire them. Simple as that. Before we train anybody, we submit the training deck for their approval. In the course of the operation, we communicate to them in real time via Slack or Microsoft Teams, etc. And every end of the day, we submit reports. And not only that, we do monthly, quarterly, and annually. And we give them the analysis of what can be improved on. But here's a key note: we always ask them for an approval before changing or enhancing a process. You know why? Because it's their business. Now treat Cebu TeleNet as a remote team in the Philippines, and that is basically how we work to ensure that clients are aware and has to control the business. We don't just provide them the feeling of being controlled. They are in control, Parker.
I love that. I think that's perfect. Such a good answer to that. I know in a lot of companies that I've worked at previously, there's a disconnect between internal departments and they're just down the hall. But with today's day and age, we're able to eliminate that and have a completely transparent operation with our clients because not only are our clients with the software that they provide for our agents to use, they're able to log on and see the dashboard and the KPIs and the real-time data that's taking place, but with the communication channels of Slack and other software that enable us to speak in real time with our clients, there's never a feeling of disconnect. Very much a transparent, and so as you said, it's not a feeling of control; they are in control. So very very good. That's a phenomenal answer. I love that. So we've talked about a couple of concerns. Let's end on a little bit lighter notes and hit up one of the main advantages, and that's cost savings. That's why a lot of people turn to BPO industries into outsourcing some of their services in the first place. Can you share a little bit, Silver, about how much a company can save by outsourcing? Is it really that much, and is it worth it to outsource work?
Well, that's the million-dollar question there, Parker. But let me clear this up. It's not going to cost you $1 million. That's for
Hmm.
sure. Now, imagine your cost. Yes, your annual cost. Get 60% of that and consider that as savings. Yes, we can provide that. And we have posted that in our LinkedIn pages, Facebook, etc. Now, just think of it this way. When you're when you're expanding or when you hire us, you're not going to rent a new place. You're not going to buy computers. You're not going to be paying uh, higher electricity bill or internet services. You're not going to hire that new HR and other overheads. We take care of that. I always
Mm,
tell my prospect clients you only have to worry about two things. First is the IT integration, making sure that the calls are going to be routed to us. And the second is, the monthly payment. Worrying
mm,
about performance, training, hiring, management is something that we take care of. We
mm,
allow you to sit down and focus on other aspects of your business need. This way you can grow it all the more. I'm gonna do my like a little Steve Jobs moment here when he's presenting the new iPhone. Imagine that vacation that you've been planning, the 9 hours of sleep that you want to take, that time with your wife and family. That is something that we can provide you because we
mm.
handle the call center aspect of your business. Now, I think the next question, the second part of the question, which is if it's worth it, I think that's worth it. And a lot of it, right, Parker?
Absolutely, yeah. So many times it's looked at just the labor rate, and of course, the labor rate that we are able to provide is much lower than the labor rate in other countries that our clients are in, especially with rising costs in a lot of different places. But on top of that, yeah, as you said, those overhead costs you don't have to worry about the rent fee, the equipment fees, the benefits for those employees. It's all taken care of. It's all included um, in that labor rate. So the cost savings is phenomenal. And to see the millions of dollars that we've been able to save our clients over the years is really rewarding. Very fun to help companies grow in that regard. Um, awesome. Thank you for addressing that one of the main pros that people depend upon and seek when outsourcing part of their business. But that's just the tip of the iceberg. We want to be addressing a lot more pros and also additional concerns that people have about outsourcing their business. We hope you were able to learn a thing or two about the BPO industry today. But of course, we want to answer your questions. If you have any additional questions or comments about anything that you heard today, you can see our QR codes next to us. Feel free to scan those and access our personal LinkedIn pages. Of course, seeing this video on whether it be YouTube or TikTok, please subscribe, please like, leave a comment below or a question below, and we'd be happy to get back to you. But we look forward to answering more of your questions and discussing our company and the industry that we work in the future. We hope you have a great one.
Have an amazing rest of the day. Thank you and bye-bye.
See ya.